So I'm offering to you this an amazing opportunity of living a healthier and wealthier life. But today I'll be focusing on the health part. Health is important to everybody. Health is sacrosanct. Without health, you can't be wealthy. For you to call you wealthy, we need to define you as somebody that is healthy as well. It goes beyond just having money. Health also involves your mental state, your peace of mind. So it's an all-encompassing training, but I'll be focusing on the health tonight. I'm presenting you a platform that is all out into making you have a very good health. This particular platform has won many awards, many recognition based on what they are doing. So it's not just by the side hustle, or it's not just something that is small. It's something that is huge. Now, you may be hearing about it for the first time. That is why you are here. This may be your first time and it will be your last time, because once you hear about it, definitely you know that somebody needs it. Different recognition in time past, both locally and internationally. Now, this is a company set up. The name of the company is called Phytoscience. This is a company set up somewhere in Malaysia. Well, the picture you are seeing is our building, worth over $4 million US, fully paid. Now, why am I showing you to start with this? To show you that it's not just one corner shop. It's not just one office, one business that has a virtual office. It's a business that has a physical presence, that has an address that you can trace it to, that is duly registered. These are the founders and the people running the business. We have the late Litek Peng, who is the founder of Phytoscience. We have Pan Street, Datin Street Elantan, who is the wife of the founder. Now, who is now managing to a large extent the business. And we have the CEO, that took Willie To, who is the CEO of Phytoscience worldwide. You can go and you can take their name and go and read more about them. They are people with how will I put it, with years of experience. They are qualified to run the business. They are qualified to do whatever they are doing. Now, somebody said, oh, why am I showing you? Why am I showing people? Do they matter? Yes. Will you go to any business without knowing who is behind them? Likely no. The same way too, I'm showing them to you. The same way too, I'm showing them to you. To show that good, we have people behind it. Whatever business you want to look out for, there must be 2 things or 3 things that is important. Number 1, the people. Number 2, the products. Number 3, the plan. So I'm showing the people to show that we have physical people, we have people involved. Now, these are the international directors, and we have the local directors too. Now, they come in contact with a company called Mabel Biochemistry. Remember, I mentioned Phytoscience earlier, so I'm also mentioning Mabel Biochemistry now. Now, Mabel Biochemistry is situated in Switzerland. They are responsible for producing the product I'm about to mention. They are responsible for producing 50% of the product I'm about to mention. Please do me a good favor. Research on this company called Mabel Biochemistry. Read, and you'll be surprised at them being a top-notch company with different recognitions all over the world. 2013, 2014, all over the world in 2015, different achievements, different awards that they can show for it. So it's not just a small company. It's a big company renowned for research. And Switzerland, you know, is the home when it comes to pharmaceutical products, top-notch pharmaceutical products. So guess what? This people they have over 86,000 employees. That is noteworthy. So we're not just talking about one small company at one corner in one village. No, they are reputable company. Now, there's a different awards and recognition all over the world, and in time past and in the present time as well. The company is in over 41 countries. Read my lips, 41 and still counting. In fact, I believe that some countries have not been added to this list, but they are live on. So that means the business is growing. You coming to hear about this, you are coming to hear, now you are not late. And you are thinking, how can 41 countries know about this? I'm just hearing. This is the time God wants you to hear about it, because it's the right time for you. And the company is great. Now, quickly, let's get to what we want to do tonight because of my time. Now, we are in a season, we are in a time, whether we like it or not, disease are on the rampage. And don't let me deceive you. The way we have conditioned our mind, the way we have been wired all over the world, these things will not stop now. They will not stop soon. In fact, it is possible they will not stop forever. Oh, somebody said, am I causing? No. The truth is this, the devil needs somebody to work on heart. The same way God needs somebody to work on heart too. So most of the things we have around causing these things are mostly man-made. Look at pollution. No matter how much you pray, prayer cannot solve the menace of pollution. Now, pollution is in different grades, it's in different level, it's in different dimension. Perhaps you are somewhere, somebody's generator is disturbing you. The generator will produce a noise pollution. The generator will produce fume, which automatically pollutes the air. Using the generator, whether we like it or not, has an effect on the ozone layer, which is also a way of affecting the whole global economy or global climate. You think it will stop? I don't think so. Things are evolving every day. Sedentary lifestyle. You have to go to work. Perhaps your work involves you sitting down for a long time. What do? Now, it sounds good. Yes, you are busy. It sounds nice. Yes, you are making money. But guess what? That is also causing something else to you. That's also causing something else to you. So it's a case of robbing Paul to pay Peter. Whoever is being robbed, something is happening. Whoever is being paid, something is happening. So sedentary life, we are now conditioned to sit down more. If you're not at work, you are sitting down watching television. In fact, this is now the age of sitcoms. Every day, the media is full of them. The Korean movies, they are coming by the day. The Indian side, they are coming by the day. The Nigerian side, the Nollywood, they are coming by the day. The Nollywood, and we are just sitting down there. Movies, you will sit down 2 hours. If I want to say, well, I'm not into movies, football. There's practically a match you want to watch almost every day. And a match runs for at least 1 hour, 45 minutes each. That's like 1 hour, 30 minutes. Likely, when there is halftime, you will likely sitting down. So practically, you are sitting down, whether playing 1 hour, 30 minutes, or at work, minimum number of hours. You have to sit in traffic. You have to sit at work. You have to sit down to watch movies or to watch football or to do whatever it is. So this sedentary lifestyle is also having an effect on us. It may look so, how do I put it, so passive, but the truth is this, it's not good for us. We're not defined that way. Check it when you were younger, when you have to go out to play. How often do you get sick? But now, what do our children do? One of the things we set up to do is this. as much as possible, whenever you want to receive a phone call that you stand up, to stand up at every point in time. In fact, I have it set on my system that every 30 minutes I must have a reason to stand up. Why? Because these things have literally has effect on us, and it's going to affect us in the long run. We now have another case of genetically modified food, GMO food. Things are now being grown inorganically. We now have plastic rice that is like rice. We now have different things, meat that is not groomed in the farm, that is now groomed in the lab. We now have plant vegetables that are now grown in a well-cultured environment, but in the laboratory. So that we like it or not, we have no choice. Preservatives in food, whether I'm sure many of us must have heard the news that came out today about Indomie. How some countries have banned Indomie. Now, I'm not here to scare you. NAFDAC is working on it too, because they have seen that it is prone to cause cancer. So there's a research going on it. So all this canned food, all this partially made food, all this, something is going on, processed rice. Many of us are not really eating the local rice because we know that the parboiled rice, the processed rice, they are sweet, they have their own particular taste, they are put on the class. Hey, but they have their effects too. Have you had reasons to parboil your rice and rinse the water away and to finish cook? You can see the level of how I put thickness of the cholesterol being washed away sometimes. We are exposed. Exposure to radiation. Everybody is being exposed to radiation. The gadget you are using has radiation. The telephone you are exposed to has radiation. You are moving gingerly on the road. You are exposed to different things. Now we have electric cars. Now we have electric buses. Now we have almost everything is going electric. We are all exposed constantly to this radiation. And what does this radiation do? They have a way of exposing us to toxins. So how do we stay healthy and grateful? By going down to the self, to our nature, to stem cells. Listen, the truth is this: you are not made of drugs, you are made of cells. Drugs has their part, but listen, drugs are not cells. Let me say that again. Drugs are not cells. What you are made up of are cells. Drugs only help in enhancing the cells. So whichever we want to look at it, whenever we are saying I want to go back to the nature, that means we want to go back to the cells where we started from. So what are stem cells? So I'll be talking to you about stem cells today, which Phytoscience is based on. Stem cells are special cells called mother cells with the amazing power to produce new cells that can transform into any tissue or organ in the body. Simple explanation. There is a source, and inside that source is everything that makes it eat. There are cells in your body, but something is responsible for producing the cells ab initio. So at the beginning or at the formation of cells, a particular cell is created, not knowing where it's going to go to at the beginning. But what is responsible for producing that for cells in the body, in the bone marrow, is the mother cells, or what is called the stem cells. Now, we can trace everything in our body, in our organ, to cells. Biology, integrated science, medical studies, basic science, they taught us that cell is the basic unit of life. What makes a living thing a living thing? What makes a living thing is cells, whether plant or animal. Now it is due to this ability, because they are from the source, that we can say that we can boast of being able to treat over 200 ailments or 200 diseases. What do I mean? Now look at this. Diseases attacks organs in the body. We have different organs in the body. The eyes you are looking to look at me is an organ. You are hearing me, you have the ears, it's an organ. Perhaps where you are, the weather is a bit cold after the rain, or yours is hot now because you are approaching summer small. It's an organ, what we're using to feel. Inside us, what we will eat, we'll go to the toilet, we will sneeze, even sneezing and everything is the work of organs. Now, can things be wrong with a particular organ? Yes. What do we need to sort it out? We need to go back to the root cause, which is cells. So if anything is wrong with the organ, we can trace it back to the cells. If we can fix the cells, we can fix the organ. If the organ is wrong, we will go to the cell. If we also get to the cells, to the organs, we need to go through the cells. That makes it important to get to what is actually producing the cells, to nourish it, to make it good. Stem cells can transform into any tissue or organ in your body. So, at the beginning, they are cells, they are stem cells. Now, when a particular organ, they will now transform to tissue specific. Now, what do I mean by tissue specific? As I explained earlier, cells go to tissue to go organs. Once a particular cell come together, they are called tissues. Once they are tissues, they become specific. Specific in one sense, they've got, for example, cells that have to do with the eyes. Once you are floating and you join that particular tissue, you are forever cells, eye cells. If it has to do with the fingers, once you have joined yourself to that, so you are forever. So initially they are undifferentiated. Once they jump together, they now become differentiated. That means they are now specific. So the mother cell of the cell can transform from cell to any specific tissue in the body. Now, what are stem cells and facts about them? Everybody has stem cells. Everybody uses stem cells every day. Stem cells, they die because we are growing. Stem cells also diminish with age, lifestyle, and environmental factors. Therefore, they need to be deliberately nourished. Earlier, I mentioned diseases and I mentioned the factors. And I mentioned how we need to be deliberate. Why? Because the truth is, we can't run away from them. Will you prefer to stay in the dark than put on generator? Will you prefer not to go out in the name of, I don't want to expose myself to the fumes that comes from cars? What do you think? So whether you like it or not, you have to use the, oh, how many of us can stay away from our phones? And you remember the last time your battery went down? You know the feeling that came to you, as if to say you are out, like a fish out of water. So we can't do without these things. So we are constantly exposed to them. So the only thing we need to do is to be deliberate about taking care of ourselves so that we can do better. Good. Now, what can we use stem cells for? Different issues that is arising from different diseases that our organs are exposed to. And from the crown of our head to the soul of our our body, there can always be something wrong. Is it that thumb that is paining you? Is something wrong? Is it that ear that you are not hearing very well? It is something wrong. Is it that you have difficulty in breathing? There's something wrong. Some of us, we can't turn our neck round like this without the pain. It shows that there's something wrong. In fact, baldness, loss of air is loss of air. Something is wrong. Now we now have the big names. The autopsy, the diabetes, the osteoarthritis, the muscular dystrophy, all those big names. But they all come together because they are in the body. Now, the truth is this. Why can we boast? Don't forget we are dealing with the cells. So far that thing is in the body, so far that thing is controlled by cells, we can deal with it. There's a solution. No matter what it is, there is a solution. As long as it's in the body. Unless it's not in the body. So, introducing the revolutionary plant-based cell called the wireless part luba. You can take down the name, do your research on it. This is a special kind of Swiss apple that was found and researched on by Swiss mineral biochemistry. Research upon by mineral biochemistry. Now, they did so much extensive research. Now, they discovered that this particular apple has the photogenetic abilities of human being. It doesn't oxidate easily. It has a way of growing up in case of wound, just like human being. When you wound a particular, and there's a wound, it will close up. The same way too, this apple has the same thing too. Now, they now went for that. They now took 0.01 concentration of this Swiss apple stem cell and apply it to humans and discovered that it can regenerate over 80% of the stem cells. Is that not wow? Something 0.01 can regenerate 80%. That is worth celebrating. Now, what do they do? When they enter your body, there are cells there already. The reason why you are alive, because you still have healthy cells. No matter where it's paining you, so far you are still alive. It shows that some cells are still working. So they go inside you to protect the healthy cells. You are fine, you are okay, you are good, cells are working. So they need protection. Now, because of your age, no matter where you are, no matter how old you are, some cells are now damaged because of what we've been exposed to, those things I mentioned earlier. They need repairing. So this we get inside you and repair those damaged cells. They repair those damaged cells. Now, there are also some cells, because of age, because of whatever is going on, that they are dead or they are dormant. So the concentration of this goes inside and regenerates the dormant cells. Regenerate the dormant cells. So you can remember, you can imagine it protects the healthy cells, it repairs the damaged cells, and it regenerates the dormant cells. So whichever level your cells are, there's something to meet them. So Phytoscience Foundation came in contact with, formed a partnership with mineral biochemistry. Phytoscience has the sole right to distribute this product all over the world, while mineral biochemistry has the right to produce. So production is mineral biochemistry, distribution is Phytoscience. And this has been going on for over 10 years. They have the sole right to do that. Phytoscience has the sole right. Good on. Our products, in a nutshell, in one picture, all our products, they are world-class products. This product has given back to a lot of testimonies over time. Quickly, let me run through some of these products. The crystal cell and the double stem cell. The crystal cell and the double stem cell. They are like the flagship products, or they are like the main product in the midst of other products. What do? They project longevity of the skin stem cell. Why? Don't forget that the skin also is is an organ. That's the largest organ in the body. Anyway. So if you know anybody that has any skin irritated issues, irritation, this is a good go-to. No matter what you want to call it, from acne to eczema, from crawl to whatever it is, it's going to help. It fights chronological aging. It improves cellular health and energy boost. It helps with better blood circulation. Now, all these things are interwoven. Once you have one, you likely have the other. Once you miss one, it also affects the other. It improves mental function and boosts brain health. Neutralizes free radicals. It boosts your immune system. Aids in reducing belly fat. Helps promote urinary tract health. Preserves vision. Aids in constipation and digestion. Now, there is more. Now, don't forget what I explained earlier. Now, if I'm to list everything it can do, we won't leave here today. But I'm just trying to pick some sections so that it can try to use it to represent all. I want to say this again. As long as the organ functions in your body, it is linked to a cell. As long as there are cells, this product can reach out to them, they can protect them, they can repair them, and they can rejuvenate them. So which aspect of your body needs something, then this is a good go-to. You're not taking like normal drugs or the normal supplements or whatever it is. They're in powder form, they are sublingually applied. That means you pour it underneath your tongue. Why? Because there are glands underneath your tongue that lead straight away to your brain. So you pour the content underneath your tongue and allow it to stay, allow it to dissolve and drink water. It is best consumed on an empty stomach. Now, it depends on your case. Now, I'm not here to diagnose. I'm not here to how will I put it, to prescribe. No. I'm here to show you what they can do. Now, there may be case-by-case issues we want to solve. Or somebody said empty stomach. What if the only time I want to take it at night? Now, there is a way you can take it at night. There's a way you can take it in the afternoon. If before you eat your lunch in the afternoon, you can take it like 2 hours or whatever it is, it will still get the work done. What we need is to get the content inside your system to make it work. So it's sublingually applied and it's always a good go-to anytime, any day. We have the stuff for us. It is the best aid in gastrointestinal problems. If you have any kind of internal gastrointestinal means inside, that has to do with the digestive system. It's a good go-to help you cleanse it. Those things are doing a lot of work in conjunction with the colon to help you clean your body. You know, we just eat anything and you discover that you're going to the toilet. Something is processing the nutrients out of what we eat. They need to be taken care of too. It helps to balance body acid alkaline count. Once this is balanced, you can be sure you are far away from cancer. So, do we need it for that? Yes. Oh, somebody has cancer already. Oh, is it not too late? It's not too late. It will help you recover from whatever the cancer it is and inflammation. Reduce hemoglobin and red blood cells. We have a lot of stories when it comes to sickle cell people. When we have hemoglobin is not, how do I put it? It's faulty. When the hemoglobin is faulty, then the red blood cells has issues. And we have a lot of stories of people who are chronic sickle celler, but now they've not had crisis in months. In fact, some of them after tests, they don't have crisis. It was discovered that they are no longer that particular SS genotype. It fights off from infection and helps us to manage blood sugar. Not just what? Manage blood sugar. It should not be too high. It should not be too low. There's a specific range you should fall in to show that you are healthy. Now, if you have issues with the high one or you have issues with the low one, this is your good go-to. It will help you manage it as much as possible. Now, so how do we take it? Who should drink it? As I said, It works with your whole body. Any kind of issues. Now, most of the time, we recommend this plus either of the first two I mentioned, the crystal cell or the double stem cell. Either of the two, we recommend this with that. So, wow, time. So the snuffy pot is there. How do you take this one? You take it, you pour it inside the water, and you take. You feel it in your body, just feel internal heat. Snuffy will help you. I don't know why I need to mention that. But I just felt I need to mention that specifically. That this will help you. Some of you, we are afraid when our menstrual period is coming. This is a good go-to. And just pour inside water and sip it away. The third one is Natural Plus. It contains 18 fruits, 12 vegetables, and spices. This is like a combo. I always have it around me on my table. This is like a combo of what you need when it comes to nutrients and vitamins. All you need. Now, many of us, we know we are supposed to be taking fruit, but we are not taking it. So what do we need to do? We know we are supposed to be taking vegetables. I was reading a nutrition books recently. They said normally what we're supposed to eat is a morsel of the swallow we want to eat, and plenty vegetable and little meat. But what do we have? We have little vegetable, plenty meat, and one big bowl of whatever it is. So for your nutritional needs, for your vitamin needs, then you need to get this. Is it good for people who are recovering from surgery? It's also good for people who are preventing surgery as well. So either way, there's something for you. It helps to boost immune system. Now we are going to the topically applied products, the Miracle Intense. It helps to reduce spots and wrinkles, better skin texture and skin tone. It helps to enhance skin vitality, moist, supple skin, and speed up wound healing. Speed up wound healing. Do you know anybody that have been suffering for a particular wound? Now, not only that, well, what have I used it for? I believe everybody should have a copy of this in their house as first aid. It has a way of numbing pain. Sometimes I jammed the door on my hand. The pain was out of this world. You know those pain that will get to your blood, medulla oblongata straight away. And immediately I sprayed this Miracle Intense on it, it numbed the pain straight away. My wife had a domestic accident in the kitchen, boiling oil, the things. Remember the things now. Poured on her thigh. I remember, take fresh egg, take honey. All those things. I just remember my Miracle Intense, spread it on it. And it numbed the pain, and you will never know there is not even a scar on that particular space. Oh, you know somebody that has wrinkles, our aged people, or even younger ones now, stretch marks and all that stuff. Something is here to help you. The next one is the H2 moisturizer. It's like it is a moisturizer. It's a water moisturizer. For those who are very heavy on makeup, oh, come on, this is a good go-to. You know, some people, they melt like ice cream when they do makeup. You use it as a foundation, come back to say thank you to me. Oh, I use this as my aftershave, and my issues with bumps is gone. This is my own personal story. My issue with bumps is gone. I used to have bumps once after shaving. Don't like they find me, at least. You like seeing a fine boy now, so I'm telling you the secrets. Somebody is laughing. Yeah, that's the secret. So you have free radicals. It erases fine lines, patches spams the skin. You don't need to go and meet one researcher that will mix all those organic. They tell you it's organic. It's organic. It is organic. And if it's organic, why are they mixing something? If it's organic, what is the component? For this, we can be sure because we know the source and where it's coming from. Now, this IQ Plus is a very good go-to when it comes to the eyes and the brain. It improves the brain health, it improves cognitive function and memory. This can be used by children, it can be used by adults at any particular age. Now, many of us, whether we like it or not, we are exposed to rays. In fact, the whiteboard in children's school too is in the name so that it can be clearer and to reduce the dust of chalk. But guess what? Do you notice that most of our children now are not exposed to glasses? Aside, many of them are on the phone all through playing game or something. The same thing with adults. Oh, somebody said, oh, you are using glasses. I can say, yes, I'm using glasses. But I can tell you my history so far. I started with a 2.0. Now I am in 1.0. Is something happening? Yes. Once upon a time, I can't see anything on my screen without my glasses. But now I can see things on the screen. I can see things on the TV. I can even check my phone without my glasses. Oh, is there an agreement? Yes. Am I where I'm supposed to be? No. Am I going to where I'm not going to get where I'm going to be? Yes. Do I know people who have stopped using glasses because of this? Yes. Now, body is different. We are different. Most of the time, I'm in front of the screen. Most of our screens are not has no screen guard. So we are exposed to the toxin, we are exposed to the blue rays. So sometimes I may need to use my glasses for the protection that is there. But I know my journey, I know where I started from, and I know where I am. So, you know anybody with dementia, with any brain issues, this is a good go-to. Stroke. Children that find it hard to remember things, this will help their brain to function optimally. We also have weight loss products that helps you in your weight loss journey. You don't have to starve yourself of so much food. This can be a meal replacement. There is a way it helps to aid digestion. It increases the metabolism in your body because of the product put together. Now, please, get in touch with whoever invited you to tell you more about this. Because if I'm to start telling you the features, what it contains, or more, we'll still be here for as long as we want to. But I'm just introducing the product to you, the New Fort. It's a very good cook. It has a companion called the New Light. So you are meant to use the two together, they work together. So for your weight loss, you've done everything. And it is there to help you. By the time you combine the New Fort and the New Light together, you can be sure of people. We have testimonies of people losing weight, kgs in months of using it, and they are visible. And please, if you are getting this product, please remember to take a picture of before so that we can check with you after 90 days to see how far you've gone. So you can see the product and what it contains, but because of our time, all our products are certified both locally and internationally. They are certified both locally and internationally. So that gives us the right to talk about them. It is not what we are not proud to take to the government to certify. This is why we are showing you. They allow the GMP, the vegetarian, everything is there and certified by the government. Now, one of the things that makes us so glad is this. After doing all this, the quality control, the product control, and everything, the certification, the company still went ahead and said, go down. In case that you use the product and it goes south in you, south, there is a product quality liability up to the tune of $1 million US. Who does that? Somebody that is sure. Now, this insurance is not because we're not sure. This insurance is to give you an assurance that even we are behind it, that we are sure of what we are giving to you. But paraventure it goes out, there's an insurance that is covering you. There's an insurance that's covering you. So why won't you do it? Why won't you use them? But please, terms and conditions apply in all insurance cases. But guess what? These are all getting insurance or getting claims, getting lawsuits. We have testimonials instead. That is commendable. That is commendable. Please, sorry, let me just quickly warn you. There are some pictures that are very gory. Please, in case you don't like gory pictures, you can just turn your phone down or your device down. What is it's sometimes we need to see this so that we can give thanks to God. Not to despise those people, but to show you how God has been good. How God has given us this to be a succor to some people. How God has given us this to be a solution to what some people are going through. We can't stop people from going through things, but we can help them from whatever they are going through. Imagine this leg that was due from what's called amputation, a diabetic gangrene. Now, you know, we would advise anybody with diabetics to get the wound, because what will heal up the wound is faulty. So look at this. Look at the beginning of the first day. Look at the end. 2 months after. 2 months after. So a leg that was due for amputation was preserved. Do you know somebody that you know that a particular one refused to grow, refused to go? Let's help somebody. Now, the product will help you solve the diabetic problem, at the same time help you solve to heal the wound. So, oh, I can't do this because of my mom that was diabetic. And guess what? At the point, she stopped her insulin, she stopped her glucophage and metformin, all those things. She stopped it because she uses this product, and she was fine. For her to have been able to stop it, once upon a time, my mom cannot walk by herself. She ended up walking by herself. That's my mom. I won't lie on her head anyway. But all these are there. We have bone marrow cancer, multiple myeloma. Once an issue, but now a testimony. That will be your case too. It was once an issue, but it's not a testimony. It was once an issue, it will become a testimony for you. You coming across this. And even for the people you know. We have vitiligo. That's Mr. Haragaran from India. Look at what has happened to him and what he has to bear for a long time. And how taken to such as just crystal cell daily, how it turned him back to what he's supposed to be. So, is it possible? Now look at it. He used this consistently for 6 months. So why do you see 6 months and your patient see 2 months? Body metabolism is different. Your testimony can happen in 1 month, and that person's testimony can happen in 3 months. Body metabolism and the psychology of the person is important. For every drug the doctor gave you, you need faith, whether you like it or not. So the same thing too as well. You believe it's working and it's going to work for you massively. This is a case of heart problem as well. Somebody that was bedridden, and 2 months after can now stand up and walk and move away from himself. I have a testimony with my own uncle that has an enlarged heart. And just a matter of 1 month, he was able to stand up and move around and do the things he's supposed to do. We have stories of fertility being solved as well. Hormonal imbalance, subfertility issues, azoospermia, all those things. We've had testimonies over time. And your own will not be different. Your loved one's own will not be different. Those people you desire, so your friends' own will not be different. We believe and we know that as you apply these things, they will come true and your testimony will sure happen very soon. Once again, thank you for your time with us. I hope I've not been able to take so much of your time, and thank you for joining us today. God bless you. Over to you, Mr. Alderman, sir.
Wow, Mr. Bifford. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Please, you have to excuse me for I don't think I can on my camera now, but my journey is fumbling.
No problem.
It's fumbling, so I'll just yeah. So Mr. Fiba, please thumb up for Mr. Bifford. He has done so marvelously well. Thanks for the presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you are quite on time. It's 9 p.m. Although you finished before 9, that's commendable. Thank you so much. And I don't think we can entertain questions here. If you have questions, please